Well, hello again, and here we are in the run-up to a general election in Britain, and it's exciting. It's exciting and frustrating. We locally, I've just voted. I had to make a postal vote. I couldn't help it because I'll be in London on the day of the election, being checked over for this bloody cancer thing that I've got. But anyway, no, I did fine. No big deal. But I had the checkup booked long before Boris Johnson called his election. But what was I going to say? The point is that locally the situation is that we've got the Liberal candidate, and I'm not very sweet on him, Andrew George, and so I voted Labour. The Labour girl is a good local girl, and seems okay by me. I liked her mother; she seems sound. The Liberal bloke, I remember he campaigned against the closure of the local hospital, and it was being closed down by the Liberal Health Authority, Liberal controlled health authority is what I mean, because Cornwall at that time had a Liberal controlled health authority, and it was being closed down. He campaigned against it very bravely and nobly, and was a Liberal MP at that time, and the Labour government saved it. And said, no, we're not going to have it closed down. That was a Labour government at that time. But amusingly, he's always dined out on the fact that it was him that was the salvation of, say, the local health facilities. And, yeah, I suppose there's a truth in it, but it was Labour that did it and overruled the local Liberal-controlled health authority. So these little local issues, who gives a damn, of course, about local issues, but it's typical of the Liberals to be slightly dissembling. I care about environmental issues, and to be honest, Labour has the best position on the environment in this election. To my way of thinking, my wife has always been pro the badger, anti-badger baiting, that kind of thing. She set up West Glamorgan's first badger group, one of the first badger groups in the country, and she was very active on that, Veronica. Anyway, and whereas, for example, the Liberal leader, the current Liberal leader, Joe Swinson, voted pro the badger cull, and gosh, she's a waste of space. I mean, she's not really doing the job as she should. I think that. She's kicked off this campaign by saying she was going to be Prime Minister. Oh, bless her heart. She's rode back on that now, but she's weak and is visibly weak as opposed to the tough old punchy Boris and tough old punchy Jeremy Corbyn, who has the same initials as Jesus Christ. I would love a Jeremy Corbyn government because I've got an anti-establishmentarianism streak. Of course, the one downside is more bloody Brexit. The whole thing would go on for years because he wants another people's vote. Well, it's such a weak position where he's strong on some issues, the renationalisation of rail, which most of the country agrees with. He's strong on and revitalising public spending for help the poor. And God, we have a subclass in this country. I mean, down here in the southwest, where there's too much tourism, and tourism, creates seasonal, low-paid jobs. There's it's acute. We have the lowest average wage in Britain, but with high house prices, that's crippling. So what are we talking about? But we're going to have this election. I voted Labour for local reasons, but with my postal vote, but because I couldn't bring myself to tactical vote. I know there's a huge temptation towards tactical voting, but there's a sickness about it. I remember when I stood as a Labour candidate years ago, that I was so disheartened by the number of people that said, no, well, we would vote Labour, but we won't because we're going to vote tactically. It's heartbreaking in local politics when people say they vote tactically. So, and I understand it. I was torn. But if I was voting tactically, how would I vote? Probably Conservative, because I don't want this bloody Brexit business to go on and on and on and on. I don't get it done now. Boris Johnson is a complete wally, but at least he's got some sense of direction. The other two major party leaders, Swinson, Corbyn, they're all over the bloody place. Well, Swinson has a position. She's a Remainer, but she's so weak. If the Liberals had kept their former leader, old though he is and wrinkly, but they were all old and wrinkly, God, how much better it would have been for them. They would have romped home, to be honest. But they've destroyed their huge advantage by choosing a weak leader, and the consequences for them in the polls will be catastrophic now, whereas they could have forged ahead majorly. What a difference a really weak leader can do. Labour's not going to be good. The press is against Labour. Plus, there's a lot of nonsense about the anti-Semitism row, but the point is that they have been too slow in investigating cases of anti-Semitism. It takes them 10 months to look at a case and deal with it amongst their membership. Well, come on. If it wasn't such a high-profile issue, then you can chug along in typical Labour Party fashion. It does take time because the Labour Party is a great big heffalump of an organisation. But given the current press fever on the issue, the fact that Labour hasn't pulled its stupid finger out to deal with these things promptly and quickly is extraordinary. So it's just not up to scratch. The fact that the chief rabbi, though, made political mileage of the issue in the run-up to an election might have played well amongst the Jewish community, but I think it has been counterproductive for the position of the Jews in Britain, because doesn't look right, not in the days before the election. These things should have been said at another time, maybe. Now that doesn't, not when you're accompanying with that viewpoint with what is effectively a do not vote Labour position. I think that doesn't play well myself. In a world in which there's massive Islamophobia for understandable reasons because of all the terrorism, and boy, do we see it. Anyway, enough. The point is, we've got exciting times, an exciting election, and I'm sorry, but the Parliament is going to go blue for Boris. I'm sure of it, and there you go. We've got him for a while now. Good luck to him. Good luck to Britain. And God bless this broken world. Okay, more follows.